Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This time we hit a section of Yellowstone Specimen Ridge Trail as 3 miles out and 3 miles back, and it turned into one of those day hikes you don't forget. Along the way we came across pronghorn, bison so close you could hear them grunt, a coyote trotting across the hillside, and birds of prey soaring over the valley. The views were unreal, the wildlife was everywhere, and I even snapped some awesome photos to share at the end of the video. Let's jump right into the adventure. Alright, so we are at the Specimen Ridge Trailhead, and we're going to hike a little bit in and see what we can capture. See how it goes. Got the bear spray, got my Insta360, got the long lens, and got my tripod on my pack. So let's go see what happens. Alright, we're on the trail. Trail sign. Trail. And we're moving. See if we can capture anything cool. It's always stuff to capture on Yellowstone. There's more poop on the trail. Got the bear spray at the ready. You can see for a while, it's the tree line I just keep an eye on. And we got a group of two, my brother and I. We were just talking to a couple at the trailhead, and they were staying in Cook City, but he was saying that he's been out here 30 times and has only seen 4 grizzlies, which is pretty wild considering there's I believe there's over 1,000 in this ecosystem. But then again, Yellowstone is huge, and the wolves I just don't believe exist except in videos. So, but they're easier to see in the winter. We almost saw them last winter, but we just missed them with our guide. But that was okay because we got to meet Rick McIntyre, who is like the guy for Yellowstone wolves. But anyway, we're making our way along the backcountry. Specimen Ridge Trail. Lamar River Trail Junction, that's the 17 miles. Amethyst says 10 miles. We're not going that far. We're just going to go up, see what views we can get. And then there's a trail junction to Agate Creek at 2.4 miles. We're just going to hike in and see what we can get. Do a mile or two. It is beautiful out here. Hiking through all this sage on the trail. They said this trail is easy to get off trail on because there's a lot of bison herd paths, which is interesting. It is different hiking in Yellowstone than hiking in obviously the Adirondacks, but even Grand Teton, because there's just nobody out here. There's some cars that were parked at the trailhead, but overall, like, very limited hikers, and you just constantly are keeping your head on a swivel for really any wildlife, not just bears. But it turned out to be a beautiful day. It was really foggy this morning. Oh, here's where a trail splits, probably into a bison trail. We're hopefully still on trail. It looks like we got some pronghorn going right across the trail in front of us, which is pretty cool. Gonna try to snap a few photos, but the sunlight's harsh. I might wait until they're behind us and try to get a few photos, but already cool to be this close, this short in the trail to some really cool animals. They're so fast. I believe they're the fastest land mammal in the United States. They hear us. One's looking at me. I think the baby's looking at me. So that was already a pretty cool opportunity. Maybe like 15 minutes onto the trail, and only 15 minutes because we've been walking slow, watching the tree line, trying to make sure we make enough noise so we don't spook anything. But yeah, the pronghorn are really cool animals. Not that you want to get close to the wildlife, but they were right beside the trail, and that was probably the closest we've ever been to them, and they are really beautiful, beautiful creatures. But we're gonna keep moving forward. I already see a lot of birds out here, and we're gaining some elevation slowly. The bison poop is just massive on this trail. All right, we keep moving. We're heading into the tree line a little bit. So, eyes peeled. So much bison poop. It's not even an exaggeration, there's so much bison poop. We can hear bison snorting. I think they're tucked in the trees or on a ridge behind the trees. I'm sure we'll run into them. Hopefully not run into them, but you know what I mean. And we're gonna go up further. But it is beautiful out here. I mean, hopefully you can see it. I don't have the camera up. All right, well, we're surviving the tree line. Now it's really nice out. Only seen the pronghorn so far, and we hear bison. And we know they're on the trail and it's fresh because of the fresh doo-doo. Probably packed a little heavier than I needed to, but that's okay. It's pretty up here. We got more pronghorn right over there as we walk. It's great when you don't have to deal with the crowds. It's a lot more of an intimate experience with the trail, the park, wildlife. Don't want to get too intimate, you know, with bears, but yeah. Might snap a few more pics. I only can see their butts right now. Oh. Nothing crazy, but nice to document it. Oh, there's a little baby lying down, or a little one. That one's a good shot. Good catch, Alex. This is really cool, guys. I think the trail winds itself up to that overlook. At least it looks that way. And probably the way we're going. Go check it out. And up top might be our snack and turnaround point. Then we'll go check out some other trails. All right, we are approaching a trail sign, which is nice, which means we're on trail. We made it 1.2 miles. Amethyst Mountain is to the left, which is probably where we're going. There's a Yellowstone River picnic area 2 miles straight. And then the trailhead's back 1.2. So we're gonna go up, gain the ridge up here, hang out, and then probably snap some photos and then turn back, depending on time and all that. But the views are gorgeous. You can see the river down there. The video won't do it justice. Gaining elevation, slowly but surely. And just going up there, see what it looks like. I'm gonna probably turn back and head back down and keep moving throughout the park. But beautiful out here. It really is stunning. never hiked in Yellowstone, so this is really cool. Just eyeing the tree line. I lied. That hill is not the trail. There's a switchback that I didn't see. So now we're heading this way. Look at that view. Astounding. There's a wild tree right over there. Oh, here we go. The only thing I don't love is when you have to go over a little hump where you can't see what's behind it, but we've been making noise the whole time, so it shouldn't be an issue. But we're about to get some awesome views up here, which will be great. And look at these scenes. You can see Tower Junction below, way down there. The trail posts get knocked down by bison. They use them as itching posts, and they like to make our lives harder as hikers in the backcountry. But it is a trail sign nonetheless. And this is what I mean when I say it looks like there's multiple trails because of the bison. We're on that, and then there's that trail there. You just take one, and we'll just try to keep an eye out for whatever signs or posts we can that aren't knocked down. But they do make it hard to tell. We just turned down the Garmin just to make sure we're still on trail, which we are. But I like to be sure with all these bison paths around. Definitely easy to hop off on the wrong one. So it's beautiful. Blue sky, beautiful clouds, and keeping our eye out. But it's been pretty quiet since we ascended into this higher meadow area. There's pronghorn down below, but down here there's really, or up here there's really not much that we've seen besides really pretty views, which no complaints there. So we're gonna go a little further, hopefully hit a nice vantage point for our turnaround point, and snap some shots, and then head back. Yeah, they were definitely right with the notes on this trail with no shade or very limited. So hoping once we gain this little mound up here, we can have a good spot where we turn around. There's a bug on my glasses. But was really hoping for more of like an outlook. The whole thing's an outlook really, but you know what I mean. Alex just stepped in a wet mound of bison scat. So that's been a nice highlight. I see birds, I see pronghorn. Besides that, it's been pretty low key. And I'm sweating. Just looking for a good spot for our food and water. We ended up a little bit off trail, got back on trail with the Garmin, but then saw a sign. So yeah, the notes are right. Trail can be a little difficult to follow at times. We made it to 2.4 miles. We're gonna go just a little bit further. Here's the sign. And then we're gonna head back. So, yeah, sounds like the plan. Oh, this is cool. This is one of the cairns with bones on it on the Specimen Ridge Trail. That's pretty neat. I was looking for one of those. There's one with like an actual bison skull, but I don't know if that's more towards the Lamar River trailhead for where this one ends. Another, like, you know, however many miles, 10, 12, 14. But yeah, that's neat. Like, this cairn is cool. Look at the size of those bones. Those are huge. Move on a little bit further, but hopefully it opens up where we can see to our left. Otherwise, we'll have like about 2.4, 2.5 miles back, so that'll make it about a 5-mile hike round trip. And yeah, that'll be one of the solid day hikes we do today. Got another pile right here with a gigantic antler on it. Look at this thing. That's cool. The post is down, but that is a big antler. Oh, and there's a little bone right over here. That's neat. Gonna have some water and then I think head down. So just gotta take off the pack for a sec. Oh, and hydrate. What a place to have water, way up here on Specimen Ridge Trail. Oh, probably see more pronghorn on the way down. This life straw bottle's been amazing. All right, we're somewhere between probably 2.5 and 2.75 miles in, and the trail just kind of follows the center of that plateau up. So we want to see more of the park, hopefully more wildlife. So we're gonna use this as our turnaround point, just add some water like you saw, and then yeah. Not gonna record too much on the way down unless I see something spectacular or some different wildlife. And get back to the car. We do have a bison that we see now, although we've seen plenty of them. And he's way over there. I don't even know if you guys will see him. He's like right over in that area. So he's got some big old horns. Minding his business, as we will ours, as we make our way back to the trailhead. There he goes. There's a pronghorn behind him, but he's harder to see from the
What's that,
action camera. What?
Is that a fox?
Oh boy, we have a fox or a coyote. Just passed our first group in a while, and we were chatting with them. They were asking how our day was going. Told them we saw the coyote, the bison, a bunch of pronghorn. They saw them too, minus the coyote. Look at that bug. What is that?
That's the biggest cricket I've ever seen.
I've never seen that. Wow. Where's your macro lens when you need it?
I know.
That thing is enormous. Anyway, that just got me excited. Yeah, so they had said they saw a grizzly across the Lamar Valley, and they also saw wolves at Slough Creek. So we might go check out those areas too. I think Alex is getting a photo with his phone of that gigantic cricket. So yeah, we're gonna go keep moving. It's been a good day. It's been a beautiful day. Happy to finally get like 5 to 6 miles in the park. We somehow missed these as we were coming up. Those bones. That's pretty cool. There's a bison somewhere up ahead. We gotta watch out for him. Alright, there's a bison. That kind of just scared the crap out of me because I didn't see it until its head poked up from the sage. And he's moving along. He knows we're here. He's not worried about us. Beautiful creatures, but so intimidating. We are descending back down that, it's not really a mountain. I don't know if you want to call it like a plateau or what, but we are descending it. And these are the scenes. Awesome. We're making our way down. We just got some really cool shots of some pronghorn, 2 males that were right on the trail actually. There's some bison down there that are heading up this hill, and there really doesn't appear to be anything in front of us, so I think we're just gonna be able to descend and get back to the car fairly quickly. So yeah, we got a lot of cool shots today, and there was actually a bird flying I got too, which was awesome. I don't know what it was, I'll have to look it up later, but definitely a bird of prey. And yeah, I'm happy with this hike. I'd love to do the whole thing one day, the 17-mile through hike, but just due to time constraints and wanting to see more, you know, there's just so much to do and see in Yellowstone. So the trail tucks into those trees, and then you kind of ascend that plateau and then go up and over it, and then it's kind of like a gradual incline, and you just kind of feel like you're close to the sky. There's a spot where you can see the Yellowstone River, which is cool. And there was, like I said, some bison came up. There was a coyote. There was pronghorn, some more pronghorn over there. We got less than a mile to the car. So yeah, it was about, we got to the 2.4 mile sign, went further. So we probably did about 3 miles one way, 3 miles back for like around 6 miles round trip. So I'm looking at the map. We started here, and then we went here. There's the Yellowstone River Overlook Trail where it splits. Kept going. It splits again. We stayed on it and probably ended around here up on that plateau. Around 3 miles in before turning back. But this is probably where you get the best views. Around Amethyst Mountain. And then right here. And I'm sure people start at the Lamar River Trailhead where you have to cross the river. I also really like this sign that there's no guarantee of your safety while hiking or camping in bear country. Just a friendly reminder. But we made it to the car, and now on to the next destinations, hopefully with more wildlife and maybe something really, really cold at Cook City Coffee if we go that way, or just water. I don't know yet. Kind of shooting from the hip here.